What's up everyone, welcome back to Top 5. Today we're going to look at some really bad Disney titles, and to help me do this I am joined by special guest Dom from It's All Fun and Games. So without further ado, take it away Dom.
Hey Josh. To start, let's get rid of the most obvious choice for this list, and that is Mickey Mouse Capade for the Nintendo Entertainment System. There are games out there that are so bad, they have earned a reputation for being the most vile filth ever to stain the world of video games. Superman 64, Sonic 06, Bubsy. As soon as you put the controller in your hands, you can feel instantly how terrible the experience is gonna be. Well, you can add Mickey Mouse Capade for the NES to that list. A completely awful platforming game where you play as Mickey Mouse, and for some reason Minnie Mouse tags along. You can't play as Minnie, she adds no benefits. Only the ability to screw you over. If she dies, you die. She walks a few steps behind Mickey, and that makes the platforming unbearable. Because when you jump, you have to somehow get them both to land on the same platform. Somehow, if you get used to that awful mechanic, the rest of the game still sucks. 5 uninspired levels, 4 lives with no continues, no save points after a boss battle, and if you actually play the game long enough to beat level 5, the game just abruptly jumps back to the title screen. What, no congratulations for wasting hours of my life, Mickey?
Next up we have Hercules on Game Boy. Now this game was a big disappointment to me. I was a big fan of Hercules on the PlayStation, and I know those two consoles are completely different, but I was hoping, as they put so much care into the PlayStation version, the same thing would apply to the Game Boy version, but no. They literally did the bare minimum to make this a Hercules game. And they threw fill into it sometimes, and you collect juice boxes, and that's pretty much it. Like, apart from that, how would you know this is a Disney Hercules game? You just think, oh, it's muscular Greek man running around places. That's pretty much it. But maybe I'm being a bit too harsh. This is a Game Boy game after all, so...
What? No, that game is an unholy abomination! A bastardization of a movie so colorful, so lively, so entertaining! Hercules for the Game Boy is none of those things. And the Game Boy was capable of producing some awesome games like Wario Land 2, Pokemon Gold and Silver, and Legend of Zelda, just to name a few.
Alright, fine. Let's move on. Tell us about the next game.
The next game is just another plague upon humanity. Disney Sports Skateboarding for the Nintendo Gamecube. Why? Just why? This game looks like it's trying to cash in on the popularity of games like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, but it's making a really poor attempt at it, with laggy controls, a crappy punk rock soundtrack, and mediocre graphics. In Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, you have to complete challenges like getting enough trick points or collecting the 5 letters in Skate. Here, it's the same idea, except the challenges are completely unreasonable. Collect 576 gems in a couple of minutes? No thank you. And even if you do manage to complete a challenge, it won't register as complete until you get to all 5 checkpoints in the level. All the while, you have an announcer screaming the trick names.
Real smooth, big air right there.
Every single time you do one. I bet a lot of unhappy children got this from their grandparents when they really wanted Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Bummer, dude.
Next up, we're looking at a game which is from both of our childhoods, actually. Bugs Life. Now, I used to play this game so much as a kid. I used to boot it up on my old Windows 98 and play it all day, every day, really. But going back to it now, it just doesn't stand up at all. It's such a shame. It's actually hurts a little bit, because I remember it being really, really good, but it's really, really not. The jumping is floaty and imprecise. There's this overtly complicated seed token mechanic. You can like change colour of seeds to grow different vegetation to help you out. Sometimes you can grow better power-ups for yourself, or mushrooms which you can jump on. It's cool and potentially a good idea and works in the thematicness of A Bug's Life, but if you combine that with imprecise platforming and bad level design, it just kind of becomes a bit too much. And it makes me sad because this game is actually charming. This game captures that Disney feel perfectly. This is made by Traveller's Tales, who have made many good 3D platformer games in the past. They make all the Lego games, for instance, and they made some really good Pixar 3D games as well, like Toy Story 2, for instance. But A Bug's Life isn't one of those.
And finally, we rounded off with another NES Disney game, Adventures in the Magic Kingdom. What was actually a pretty unique idea at the time, Adventures in the Magic Kingdom features 5 different minigames based on rides in the actual Magic Kingdom. There is even a little story to go along with it. Goofy done goofed, as usual, and lost the 6 keys to open the castle, and the parade's about to start. You set out to the different attractions in the park, and beat a challenge to collect the key. The gameplay is actually quite varied too, with side-scrolling levels, space levels, racing games, and minecart stages. The graphics aren't half bad either. The big problem is with the execution. For one thing, only half of these attractions can even count as games. The space level is just one big QuickTime event. You are prompted to hit a direction on the D-pad, A or B, and if you don't do it in time, you die. And don't forget about trivia. Exactly what I want to do when I'm playing a video game. Read and answer multiple choice questions. Tests are so fun, right? Next time, Mickey, get off your ass and find those keys yourself, because I am done. And there you have it, our top 5 most hated Disney video games.
Dom, wasn't there one other game we wanted to talk about here?
Look, Josh, we've been over this. Lion King for the Genesis is a great game.
Yeah, but Aladdin on Genesis, that's where it's at.
Now that is something we can agree on.
And if you want to hear about some Disney titles we both like,
head over to my channel. It's all fun and games.
But before you go, please drop us a comment down below. Let us know which games you like, which ones you dislike. Do you agree or disagree with us? All that stuff is amazing. Like Dom says, go and check him out and It's All Fun and Games. He puts so much hard work into his videos, he deserves your attention. Anyways guys, until next time, catch you later interwebs.